Hi, guys and girls. This is kchiles, and today I want to talk about a print-on-demand course. I have one, and I use Printful and Etsy, but there are many other ways of doing print-on-demand. You know, we talk about Etsy a lot, but there are a lot of other platforms where you can actually sell your print-on-demand items. One of them is called Spreadshirt. One is called Redbubble. Another one is Merch by Amazon. Merch by Amazon is something that I just started this past year. And I've only made, I don't know, maybe $35 with Amazon merch, because you really just get, depending on what you put on the price, you make about $3 per shirt. And you can only upload 10 a day. So it's a whole different animal. And you have to apply and wait to get approved before you can even upload. But the plus about Merch by Amazon is that Amazon makes the shirts, they list the shirt, they do all the customer service. And so that's the plus of being on Amazon Merch. So it doesn't cost you anything. So I would suggest that you go and sign up with Amazon by Merch, and they will let you start with like 10 designs, and then you can't move to the next level until you make some sales. But you might want to try it out. Just go into Google and Google, Amazon Merch Program and apply. And it's really strange. There's really no rhyme or reason about how they approve you or when they approve you. You just suddenly get an email and you're approved. And then you just upload a design to their site and you choose your price. And then that's all you do. And then Amazon makes the shirt. And again, of course, you got a lot of competition. But the nice thing about putting T-shirt designs on Amazon through Amazon Merch is that you don't have to pay a dime. You really don't. And like I said, I've just made pocket change so far because I just haven't done much with it. But there are people who are making a lot of money with Merch by Amazon. Again, it's a free program to join up. Just go into Google and Google it. But you can put your T-shirts on, these other sites, Redbubble, Teespring, Spreadshirts, and new print-on-demand companies are popping up every day. So you want to be sure you got your design, a winning design, something that is selling on Etsy, you can put across all of these platforms. So I took a couple designs that I knew were selling on Etsy and I put them on Merch by Amazon. Now, what is the difference between all of these platforms? The one and Shopify, having your own store or your own website where you sell your own shirts. The reason I teach the print-on-demand course about Etsy, the reason I do that is because, first of all, Amazon by Merch is, it's not a guarantee. And there's a small percentage of people who apply and don't get accepted. Okay, so that's why I teach a place where there are built-in buyers, which is what the Etsy marketplace is. Shopify works for a lot of folks. And I know a guy who teaches it very, very well. And I'll put a link below if you're interested in doing that. And he teaches to, you have to do paid traffic. You can do Facebook ads and Google advertisements. But the reason I really like Google ads is over Facebook ads is Facebook ads have really gone up lately. And during the holidays, the cost really goes up to advertise on Facebook. But Google ads is awesome because now it's called Google Shopping Ads. And you can actually put in, you put up an ad and you connect it to your Shopify store. And then it's in the search of Google. If you bid high enough on your Google AdWords, advertisement account, and you have put in, say, just say like wedding T-shirt or bridesmaids T-shirts, you can see if you bid enough, your T-shirt will come up there. And I've made some sales doing that. It's pretty cool because it is a buyer's market as well. So all these platforms are different, But the thing that you want to remember is you want to use buyer keywords. You want to always list your items, no matter what platform you're on, as specific as possible and as niche-y as possible. And when I say that, just to say a wedding t-shirt is way too general. But if you niche it down and you say mother of the bride t-shirt, now you're talking. Okay. And I'm looking at the comment, I'm waiting to get on Amazon. Right. They make you wait. And, no one really knows when you're going to get that approval letter. I'm on Etsy. Good. Redbubble. Good. What is the best way to market both stores? Well, with Etsy, you can do one of two things, three things actually. You can do organic free listings. And if you do your keyword research right, eventually, it depends on your competition of your keyword and how many competing pages or shops listings that you're competing with. So you can do it organically and free if you're doing your keyword research before you get started. Number two, inside of Etsy, you can do promoted listings, which is Etsy's own advertisement program, and or you can use Google Shopping ads inside of Etsy. As far as the other platforms, Redbubble, I cannot say. I'm not done Redbubble. Teresa, hi, what is print on demand? I thought there probably would be some people who did not know what that meant, and I didn't last year. I didn't even know what that meant either. Teresa, good question. What print on demand is, it means that a company won't print a shirt or a pillowcase or a baby onesie or whatever it is you've done a mock-up with an image on. They won't print it until you sell one. It started with Teespring, and Teespring would, have a minimum, I think it was 19 t-shirts, and then they changed it. And I think now you can go ahead and fulfill an order just with one order. But back when they first started, it's called print on demand, meaning they won't print your item until someone has bought your item, which is awesome because that means you don't have to store it in your garage or your bedroom, or your den. You don't have to store boxes. You don't have to do anything. Print on demand means I can take an image or some words and go into a website and type it in or upload the image to a t-shirt or another item, and then it will give me a mock-up of that item. I take the mock-up design of say, let's just say I put on there a phrase, I love bicycles. Okay, so you write that in there on the t-shirt. It will automatically generate an image of a t-shirt that says, I love bicycles. You take that image and you upload it to Etsy and you list it with keywords that people are selling similar shirts with. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense, Teresa. But that's what print on demand means. They won't print it until there's a demand for it. In other words, until you've sold one. And that's awesome for them too, because they take a cut of each sale, a certain percentage, and Etsy takes a certain percentage. And so, the company you pay the company that makes the t-shirt or item for the base cost of the item. And so you have to price it above the base cost to make a profit. Does that make sense? Good. All right. Great, Teresa. Thank you for a great question. But I have a course. That's the name of this video. And you'll see a link below to the course. And it's on sale right now because it is a holiday weekend in the United States where I live. You're welcome. Thank you for answering my first question. I have another one. Is there a way to research which keywords are most effective? Absolutely. There's a great way. There are lots of great ways. And I teach that in my course. There are specific ways to test to see if it's worth your time or not, right? Because if there's too much competition or nobody's looking for it, either way, it's going to be a bummer. So you want to look for a keyword that people are searching for in volume and you can compete. And that's what I teach in the course. It's way too much to cover in this video. But that is exactly why I teach Etsy keyword research, SEO. I started with SEO, search engine optimization, years ago when I started doing videos, YouTube videos, and ranking them, and when I was ranking websites. So that's how I learned how to do keyword research. And it's so important because all of these marketplaces in Google and Bing are search engines, and they have little bots, and the little bots have rules. And those rules are, if you see this word, this phrase, and it's relevant to what the person's searching for, we're going to bring it up to the top. And each of these platforms have their own algorithms or rules about which keywords to show. And they change them from time to time. Oh boy. And when they do, a lot of times your websites and listings and YouTubes can tank. So what you want to do is you want to make your listing user-friendly. Okay. Etsy came out this year and said, when they changed their algorithm, Etsy came out and said, we want this, we want to help sellers, but we also want to be a user-friendly platform. And the way we're going to do that is, if you're selling a pink bunny t-shirt and somebody's searching for a pink bunny t-shirt, they want to see that in your title. They want to see that in your tags. Okay? Pretty simple, right? Give the person what they're searching for. It's a win-win. When you make sales, Etsy makes sales. Where do I find information on your classes? As soon as this video is over, I'll put a link below and you can go check them out. And we would love to have you join us. I appreciate that so much. And they're different kinds of courses. There's like an array, but right now I have them all bundled up in one big fat sale because it is the holidays where we live. And so it's the holiday season and it's time for a sale. So I'm putting them all on sale. And I don't know when you're seeing this video. If you're watching it after today, they may not be on sale. So just a disclaimer there. But I put together a print-on-demand course. And the reason, here's my story, okay, I got online about 2012. And I did all kinds of things. I really did. I've made a lot of money with affiliate marketing and my own courses. And then my daughter-in-law, as I was working on affiliate marketing and making little courses, she was just paddling along in Etsy and she was making this one item. Of course, I don't give her item away because I don't want to create competition for her, but she was teaching 5th grade. And then she was having her daughter, our granddaughter, and she wanted to stay at home with her. But at that time, both of them were working, and so she couldn't stay home. And so every day for one solid year, she worked on her Etsy shop and she studied keyword research. 1 year later, in the middle of December of last year, she quit her teaching job because she started making Etsy sales on a regular basis. She made one sale a week. Well, first it was one sale a month. Then it was one sale a week. Then it was 10 sales a week. And when it got to 10 sales a day, consistently over several months, she goes, I quit. And that's when I sat up and I had left my Etsy shop for dead. And I thought, man, I need to go back and revive my Etsy shop. So I went back in and I started studying SEO and I learned what people are buying and why they're buying it. Okay. And I put together in a course because my background is teaching. I was an elementary school teacher and a college professor. So I love to teach. So I put together a whole video course. There are over 30 videos in there in the print-on-demand course. And I just kept adding. And when you get in the course, and it'll be linked here below, you'll get all the upgrades. Plus you get free coaching by moi for 90 days at least, okay, until I get super busy. But I promise you 90 days, I will be in there Monday through Friday answering your questions because there's nothing worse than getting a program and getting stuck and then nobody will answer your questions. Or you send customer service something and you don't hear from them for a week, and by that time you're over it, right? So I don't want you to get stuck. And you can actually open an Etsy shop for free if you're tech savvy in about an hour. If you're not, it might take you a weekend. But just think, in one weekend or 1 hour, depending on your skill set, you could have your own online shop up and running. Okay. And the reason I teach Etsy again is because it's a built-in buyer marketplace. If you want to do Shopify, Shopify is awesome. But you have to realize that you also have to learn Facebook advertisement, Instagram advertisement, and or Google shopping ads. Okay. That's why I teach Etsy, because it is more duplicatable. It's easier for people to learn. In fact, Mary's in Australia, and Mary didn't download the course, enrolled in the course, I guess about 2 months ago. And she told me that she was a little skeptical. She never made $1 online, never. She's been online. She's bought so many courses, but she never made $1 online. And today is Wednesday. Monday night, she sent me a message on Facebook, and she said, "Oh my word, I made my first sale. I actually made money online with a t-shirt that was print on demand on Etsy from doing what I teach in the course." And I was absolutely thrilled for her. Absolutely thrilled. Okay, I'm gonna look at the questions. Have I to use a mock-up on print or demand, or can I get it a different way? You can use a mock-up even if you want to do your own mock-up. Absolutely. You don't have to use the Printful or Gear Bubbles mock-up images. You can use any of your own if you know Photoshop and you just want to use your own, that's fine. But if you don't sync your item with Printful or whatever platform you're using, they will not automatically fulfill your item. You will have to go in and do a manual order. Okay? Question. Can I ask you a quick question about Etsy? Absolutely. Can I hire a designer from Fiverr for my designs? Absolutely. You can hire a designer all day long. You don't have to do the designs yourself. When I first started, but here's the thing, I want you to know this. You do not have to spend a lot of money on t-shirt designs, okay? You don't. If you do somebody in Fiverr, I wouldn't pay more than $5 unless you know for sure that this is a winning design. And again, you don't want to exactly copy someone's design. You want to make it unique. So you can give them an example and then say, I want something like this, but I'm not going to copy it. I need a unique design. And there, are people in Fiverr that can do it for around $5. But what happens? I don't understand your question. But what happened? Anyway, they gave me a great. You have to be careful. Here's the thing that I did not know. Some people in Fiverr and maybe other places, what they do is it's called a vector design, and they actually just copy it. And I just rejected it. I said, no, I do not want a copy. I want a unique design. So make sure you tell them you do not want a vector copy. You do not want a copied image or an outlined image of what you sent them. You want a unique design, meaning they have to work on it. They have to do it in some kind of graphic editor, be it Photoshop or something else. If Etsy wants to see if I did it, Nah. Etsy is, as far as I know, Etsy's not going to ask you if you made the design. Just don't copy someone else's design. Because if the person's item that you exactly copied their unique design, if they see it on your shop, they can report you to Etsy, and Etsy can close your account. Okay, so don't copy someone's design. You can make something similar. For example, if you saw, I like my bicycle, and that's a terrible example, but here's a better example. Hold on while I overthink it, okay, because that's funny. you can take those words and go into Google and just make sure it's not copyrighted from or trademarked from a movie or a book or someone else. You don't want to use anything trademarked. I know people do it, but you don't want to be one of them, okay? You can get your shop closed up. So do not use a copyrighted or trademarked design of a movie, a book, or, you know, a TV show. Don't do it. Don't do it, okay? So you can take something like just a minute. You can take a phrase like I just said, hold on while I overthink it. You can actually change the words, go into PicMonkey.com. It only costs like $7 a month. I use it every week. It is so worth it. Go in there and you can just choose a different font. You can choose like from a lot of different fonts and make your own design, make your own words. You can make it really cute. You can add a little butterfly. I mean, I've sold things like that and it's a unique design. Then you take that image and you download it and you upload it to a print-on-demand company. Do you offer the print-on-demand course by itself without the rest? Yes, I do. Yes, you can buy just the print-on-demand course. I just need the Etsy part and how to find top-selling mugs and shirts, not all the other information bundled in. Okay. Yes, and let me just go ahead and put that link in here, and you can go pick and choose. And I'm going to give you my email. And if you have any questions, in fact, I'll give you my my chat link, and we can chat on Facebook if you have any questions about any of these courses or, you know, anything at all. Now, the print-on-demand course comes bundled with some other things, but you can buy it, like I call it a la carte, you know, like, you know, separately. If there's some things you don't want, we can chat. There's the link. Oh, you're welcome. You are so welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm going to put my chat right here. So, you know, we can chat on Facebook if you have specific questions. Here's my chat, but I won't chat until we get through this video. But, you know, I know a lot of people love print on demand. And the reason is, okay, so let's go back to my daughter-in-law and that story. You know, Britt loves doing what she does, but she has to, you know, make the item. She actually has to bake it in the oven, just to let it dry. Then she has to wrap it in tissue paper. She has to wrap it in twine. Then she has to store these boxes up to the ceiling. She puts it in a box. Then she has to print out a label and she puts a business card in there. Then she has to, you know, take that and the two babies. Now we have two little girls, and she has to take all of them and those boxes. And by the way, she told me Friday that she had 50 orders, 50, and she took them all to the post office, okay, which is wonderful. Not complaining, glad her business is booming. But after I showed her print on demand, now Brittany is doing that as well. She has taken print on demand T-shirts and put them on your shop. So if you already have an Etsy shop with handmade items, wonderful. That doesn't mean you have to stop doing what you're doing. You can add in print on demand items such as, okay, it's not just T-shirts, it's coffee mugs, it's travel mugs, it's pillowcases. If you do Shopify, there's an app called Pillow Profits where you can do these gorgeous shoes with designs like, you know, pugs on the shoes. Again, that's, you know, you have to do it through a Shopify store because Pillow Profits is an app. But if that interests you, let me know, because I can steer you in the direction of a guy that teaches Shopify the best I've ever seen. So if you want to scale up and go from Etsy to Shopify, you know, ding me in that private message group and I'll show you the way to his course, because it's amazing. Shopify and Google Ads. And Facebook ads. I mean, he's made a mint doing that. Excuse me. Question. As soon as I come up with a unique design from me or a designer from Fiverr, it should be fine. Yes, absolutely. Just make sure it's unique. Make sure it is unique. It's your own, that you've changed it. Even if it's just one word, change the design. And then, yeah, upload it to your shop and go for it. Make sure you do your keyword research before then. And, that's what I talk about. It's a huge part. It's a difference between making 0 sales and making 100 sales are your keywords. That it is just amazing. There are t-shirt shops that are making, I looked up 2 of them, and one of them is making like $83,000 since 2014. So probably in the last 4 years. So, but they're doing it quietly, because most people think that t-shirts are dead, but they're not. I sold one this morning. I mean, people are ordering t-shirts. And the reason I say t-shirts, I started with coffee mugs, and the print on demand company I still use for coffee mugs is gearbubble.com. And the reason I still use Gearbubble is because their base cost for a coffee mug is only $4.50. It's cheaper, really. So I can make a couple of dollars more. Excuse me. But all of these platforms have all these different rules. Now, the plus about Printful, and the reason I talk about Printful all the time, is their customer service is super fast. Have a little chat button on their website. Say, for example, somebody comes into your site, which happens a lot, and they'll ask me, what about this shirt? I ordered it in medium. Can I get it in large? And so if you catch it quick enough, you just go into Printful, go into their little chat box, and you tell them, the order number, and they can fix it. If it's not been shipped out, they can fix it like that. The other companies, takes 2 or 3 days. You may or may not hear from them. They get busy. Okay, so that's why I use Printful for shirts, because coffee mugs, coffee mug, a mug is a mug, right? You're not going to have to worry about sizes. That's why I started with coffee mugs, because I knew that I wouldn't have to worry about somebody saying this is too small, this is too tight, okay? I also put on my Etsy shop, there are no refunds or exchanges on t-shirts unless the item is defective or never arrives at your house, because that is Printful's own refund policy, okay? So, but in the rare example of once last Christmas, if somebody says, I got it, had a little spot on it, and it was actually a design flaw from the person I bought the image from, it wasn't Printful's fault, it wasn't Etsy's fault, it wasn't my fault. But because I wanted to over deliver and give good customer service and treat that person like I wanted to be treated, I just ordered them a new shirt and just ate it. Okay. Ate the difference, because I wanted them to be happy, and you don't want negative reviews on your shop. Okay. Here, back to questions. You're welcome. If a customer is not satisfied with the Etsy Printful product, am I responsible for handling the return? There you go. And I think I just answered that question for you. You are, I mean, you can say to them, too bad, so sad, but no, you don't want to, you want to treat people like that. Number one. Number two, you don't want your customers, never coming back. You want to treat them so they will come back and shop with you again. And if they do buy something, you want to do everything you can to get good reviews, because that's really, really big on Etsy. It's social proof. Social proof is huge on Etsy. People are going to go down and read those reviews, and you may have 1 or 2, sour apples. Everybody does. But if most of your reviews are good, most people say, it was just a little fluke, and it's not a big deal. But do your very best to offer the very best customer service you can. And it will always come back to reward you instead of bite you. Okay. If you do the best you can, that's all you can do. In your own experience with Etsy, does the fact of not accepting returns exchange deter sales from customers, or no? In my own experience, I don't think it has made a big difference, because again, at the end of the day, I'm going to make it right. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure they get what they want. And if at the end of the, the process, like I said, and they're still not happy, and it's, if they just say, this is not the right shade of t-shirt, I'm going to be like, that is what was on there. That's what you ordered. I'm sorry you don't like it. But that is, that's the best we can do. But no, I've not seen it. I've not seen it deter orders. And people a lot of times will ask you, for example, this lady ordered a shirt from me in the morning, and by the afternoon, she had changed her mind. Maybe her bank account was short. I don't know what it was, but she changed her mind. And so I just canceled it. But, most of the time, because Etsy has that built-in messenger platform where they can ask you a quick question. Most of the time, if somebody's worried about a size, this is what I always tell them. If you're worried about the size, order a size up. And it seems to work. 9 times out of 10, they'll be like, good idea. I mean, it's better to have a shirt little big than too small, right? And if somebody's worried about whether or not they can send it back, a lot of times they'll message me and they'll say, if this doesn't fit, can I send it back? And I will say, unfortunately, we have a no return policy. So if you're worried about the size, be sure you order a size up. And so far that has worked. Gotcha. You are so welcome. Have I looked into Printful eBay? No, Joe, I have not. I did some eBaying back when I first got online, and it's just, I don't know. I think it's because there's so many pages you have to go through. And I'm sure once you get used to it, it's not as intimidating as it looks. It was so time consuming. And to me, the platform, the messaging back and forth between the potential buyer or bidder and you as the seller, there's a time delay. It's not, I don't know, to me, it's not as user friendly as Etsy. I mean, I can, they might have an app. I don't know. I just find Etsy a lot more user friendly and a lot quicker response back and forth. Feel like I'm in touch with my potential customer. So no, I didn't know they had an integration. That's awesome. Are you using that, Joe? Anthony, do you think doing an Etsy sale with a minimum of 2 products to get 15% off plus free shipping is a good idea, or should have just been on any single item to make up my margins? I know what you're saying, Anthony. And if you go I actually took 2 days a couple weeks ago and made a guide about that very thing. But quick answer, and of course, I love you to buy my guide if you want to, but the quick answer to doing that is to go into Etsy Rank. It's free, etsyrank.com, and look on the left-hand side, and you're going to see the tools. They have a profit calculator that if you go in there and use that profit calculator, you can figure out exactly what you're going to walk away with after your sale, your discount, your free shipping, your lower shipping. That just, when I found that, I was like, yoo-hoo, because math is not my forte. And I thought, what about Etsy fees and what about Printful fees and all that? So go in there and use that. You will love it. Good job, Joe. Good job. As I said, we all have a certain platform that just really speaks to us and works for us. And I suggest you hone in there. And then when you're successful there, then just move on. Okay. Awesome. Are there any other questions? This has been super fun. I love interacting with you guys. A lot of times you don't really understand what your questions are until you get inside a platform. And that's exactly why I offer free coaching with the Print on Demand course for, 90 days, because a lot of times you can't anticipate the questions until you actually start doing it, till you get your hands dirty and you're in there and you think, oh my gosh, what about this one little thing? And sometimes it's that one little thing that just stops our momentum, and then we stop, and then we we're like, oh, I just can't figure it out. I'll worry about it, later, and then later never comes. And then you think, what the heck? Why haven't I got more things on my shop? Do customers give you grief about how long the shirts take to get delivered? I love that question. Absolutely not. You know why? Printful, and I don't know what you guys use, but Printful is the fastest thing I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I'll get an order, say, now this is not 100%, but 99% of the time, if I get an order today, usually within 3 to 4 days, I get an email. We have shipped your item. We have shipped your shirt. And people are just thrilled. I mean, it's fast. It is a fast turnaround. I'm shocked. And I think it's a lot of times because most people in the U.S. are ordering from Printful's U.S. facilities. So it's a super fast turnaround fulfillment. It's crazy fast. So I'm happy. The customer's happy. I'm definitely saving up for your course. Thank you. You are so very welcome. I appreciate that. You're getting value in the videos. I'm glad to hear that. I'm very, very glad. And just, shoot me a message on Facebook, because you may want to, just be able to get into, one of the guides that you might be able to afford at the moment. So just shoot me a message. So are there any more questions about the print on demand course or Printful or Etsy or anything else I might know about? Let me ask you guys this while we're all here together. I'm also going to be starting soon a membership area where I have actually, my experience online has been, with courses, it's been with promoting other people's products, and it's been with Etsy. And I love teaching all of these things. But, I'm thinking about a membership site where month to month we would have a private Facebook group and we could get together like this, and you would ask me questions about anything concerning Etsy, or I'm thinking about doing one specifically for affiliate marketing. So if that interests you, be sure and put a comment down below, because affiliate marketing is, it is another stream of income. And I always say online, you should have multiple streams of income so that if one gets shut down or one is slow that month, you still have income coming in to pay your bills. So it's very wise to have multiple streams of income. I love doing Etsy, and I also love promoting other people's products and my own courses as well. So if that's something that interests you, please let me know, because I'm considering doing it. I truly appreciate you. There's no one in the internet that's providing information that you share. I've searched all night. Wow. You're the only one rocking this out. Oh, okay. I really, really appreciate that. Let me ask you, what specifically were you searching for, that you were so diligently searching for? A print on demand course? Is that what you were searching for? Or how to do print on demand? I noticed on the internet, there is not a ton of information about print on demand in different marketplaces. So I think it's sort of, a pioneering effort, and that I'm really enjoying the good response to. And, I just didn't know that no one was really teaching this. So that's why I put together a course. And, I'm doing what I'm teaching. And so it helps me anticipate your questions. So you were looking for print on demand and creating hot selling shirts and mugs. Well, girl, I guess it's a girl. Forgiven. Is this a guy or a girl I'm talking to? Any person? I am so glad. I am so glad to be of help. I'm telling you, if you watch the videos that I've made, girl, very nice. Okay. If you watch the other videos on my channel, watch the ones that I talk about what is selling and how to sell it. How much money do you need to start print on demand? That is the beauty of this business model. You actually don't need hardly anything at all to list an item. Okay, first of all, to set up an Etsy shop, which you can do like in an hour. An hour. If you're tech savvy, I mean, if you know your way around the internet, it's going to take you 1 hour. It's going to take you 20 cents. 20 cents to list each item. I don't know any other business on the planet that it costs so little to start a business online. But you have to treat it like a business. Okay? You don't want to quit your job until you have worked this business and you're making a healthy profit. But it's so inexpensive to start an online shop in Etsy. With Shopify, it's a whole different animal. Shopify, you have to download some apps. It's like at least, I think, base cost, I can't remember if it's $29 to $39 a month. And then you have to download some apps to help you. Then you have to pay for ads. With Etsy, you don't have to pay for any ads unless you want to promote your listings. And I suggest you do for at least $1 a day because it's so worth it. But you need to pay for Printful, right? Otherwise, your order gets canceled. Here's what you can do. Say, for example, you don't have the money up front. Etsy will somebody comes into Etsy, they buy a t-shirt. The money will go into your bank account the next business day. So if it comes on Friday night, usually by Monday afternoon, that's in my bank account. So don't sync your items or connect your items to be automatically fulfilled until you get the money if you're short on money. So if you get an order Friday night, you just go into Printful and or Gear Bubble or whatever site you're using and make a manual order with the money that you have been paid out. Okay? I've been there, so I understand. Okay? Hope that helps. Let's see. Any advice, and no, it doesn't get canceled. It just won't automatically, it won't automatically fulfill if you don't have it synced and you don't have your Printful wallet set up to automatically pull it out of your bank account. If you have any more questions about that, go into Printful and make sure you understand that process. You do that in the chat, okay? And or they have videos about it. Any advice on how to get your very first sale on Etsy? Take my course, Leslie. That's what I advise. Take my course. Mary, I was telling you about earlier in the video, Mary from Australia, she told me she had downloaded so many courses and she had never made $1 online, not even $1. And then 2 nights ago, she messaged me on Facebook, this long paragraph. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, I made my first sale. I made my first sale, made my first sale. It was a print-on-demand t-shirt on Etsy, and she had taken the course. So I would say, there's not a quick answer on that. I can give you some tips. If you go through my videos and watch all of them, you're going to see some tips that have helped a lot of people, get to their first sale. I can't guarantee, by law, I cannot guarantee that you will make a sale, but I can guarantee you to show you what I'm doing and my students that have made their first sale. There are a lot of our students that have sent me, I made my first sale testimonial. So it's so exciting. But to get to your first sale, first of all, quick answer. Go look and see what people are buying. Go look and see where the little grocery cart is jumping up and down. 20 people have this in their cart right now. 10 people have this in their cart right now. If you see that, doggone, go into PicMonkey or go into Fiverr and make something similar. Okay. If it's a phrase, a lot of the shirts that are selling and mugs and stuff, it's just words. Then change a word and then go into PicMonkey and make your own and change the font and then add a little, if it's a baby item, you can add a little baby carriage. If it's somebody that loves butterflies, there's all kinds in PicMonkey. It is amazing, amazing. The graphic designs, you just drag and drop over there. Boom, you got your own unique design. You don't have to pay anybody. You don't have to wait. I also buy designs from Etsyers, and I talk about that in the course. And there's also a website online that when I found it, I actually had to put boundaries on myself because when I go into that site, The images are so beautiful, watercolor and all these. I would spend like 3 hours until my eyes were weeping, and I tell you about that in the course as well. Let's see. I'm reading the questions. Do you use promoted listings? Yes, I do, Joe. I have used Google Shopping ads, but I broke even. So now I just use the promoted listings. Tram, if you're just starting out, you can get 40 free listings. That's right. I had forgotten about that, Tram. This has been so long since I opened that shop. Tram's right. When you first start out on Etsy, you can actually get 40 free listings. So go for it. Not many people are willing to teach this. It's a huge business that people try to keep a secret. Print on demand and printables. Oh, yeah, they do. And the reason I think is they don't want to create more competition. And I also have a friend, speaking of printables, I have a friend, Michelle, and I got inside her course because I found her on Pinterest. Michelle has made over $60,000, no lie, with one guide, digital printable on Etsy. And she teaches a course about it. If anybody's interested in that, I'll put that link. I'm an affiliate for that. But I'm very proudly promote Michelle's course. She just had a baby, and it's awesome because she's making passive income. When I say passive, I mean passive. I mean, she doesn't even have to even check her email. I mean, her digital download is like, boom. Somebody buys her guide and they download it from Etsy. She doesn't have to do squat, right? The only way she advertised that sucker was on Pinterest. I was shocked. I really was. But her key was she's got really cute graphics, and she did it consistently every single day. She made a pin and put it on Pinterest with keywords, SEO rich keywords leading back to her listing. Okay, let's see. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. I'm on Rosa Cart Collection on Etsy Live. Just started to list my paintings. You are so very welcome. Yeah, try it out manually. You don't have to pay up front. That's the other thing I love about Etsy is that, like with Amazon, because a year ago I tried Amazon, and the problem with Amazon is you have to pay up front because of their Prime, and they promise, everybody like, it'll be there before you close your eyes, shipment, or within a day or 2 days or 2 hours. In the big city, some of them, they will deliver within hours. So, that's what we're competing with. That's why I like Printful, because it's so fast. That's why I do this instead of AliExpress. AliExpress is a slow boat from China, but not really. The e-packet is like, 10 to 20 days, but still you tell somebody, you can expect it in 20 days when they can get it in 24 hours, sometimes from Amazon. They're like, forget that, right? And that's why I love Etsy. You don't have to pay up front. You don't have to pay up front. So if you're on a shoestring budget, that's the beauty of doing Etsy, that you can wait till it hits your bank account, and then you can go in and manually order it from Printful. Looking at the questions. Creative Market is also good. Yes, I love Creative Market. I love that site. All I use is PicMonkey, and I use my phone. Good for you, Tram. That's awesome. I love PicMonkey. Love it. I've tried it on my phone. Not real handy on the phone, but I love designing on PicMonkey on my laptop. Good job. Leslie, you're welcome. Tram, it's so much money in e-com. I won't worry about competition. Oh, Tram, you're so right. People are buying online so much now that in the United States, instead of not getting mail on Sunday, now the poor postal workers are having to work on Sunday. And my post woman told me it's because of Amazon and online shopping that they can hardly keep up. Last Christmas, they had to order, they had to hire extra help, people with pickup trucks or regular trucks, not even postal trucks or UPS trucks. They rented trucks from truck rental companies just to deliver all the e-commerce items that people were ordering online. And remember, Cyber Monday is coming up, Cyber Monday, where people order even more online. Yeah, don't worry about the competition. That is so, so true. You are so welcome. 2019 will be epic with this new venture. Thanks a million. You're welcome. Thank you, Anthony. Happy Thanksgiving. Anthony, Tony is like one of my star students. Tony, thank you for being here. You're so welcome. I appreciate all your support and help. Your testimonials helped encourage me and many others. So big hug to you and your wife, Chris. Tram, what's printables? Good question. A printable is a digital download. I wish I had one right here to show you, but it's just to like, say for example, a baby invitation. You can design a baby invitation, and then you put it up on your Etsy shop, and that person goes in and they have to print it out on their printer. Okay, you upload the design and it has to be formatted a certain way, and then they actually download it to their printer and print it out. So it's amazing. I mean, other than T-shirts, the only thing better is a digital download. And because you don't have to do anything. They actually have to go either to a print shop or print it out on their own printer. You are so welcome. What's your shop called? I actually have two, and I give that out to my students. Tram, thank you. You are so welcome. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Tony, for being here. I love it. Love it. Love it. Appreciate you showing up. Yeah, this the name of this video is Print on Demand course, because so many people are asking, you know, do you have a print on demand course? And I don't think there are a whole lot of them out there. So I wanted to be sure that people knew that it's here, it's available, I'm teaching it, and it comes with all kinds of cool bonuses. And I will link again to it. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate you so much. All right. Well, this has gone on. Oh my gosh, I've been on here almost an hour, and I only usually do 30 minutes because I have got to do some deviled eggs for my kids that are coming in just a couple hours. So gotta run. Ta-ta for now. Happy Thanksgiving, all of you. Thank you so much for being here. If I can do anything for you, have any questions at all, I will put my chat in there for Facebook, and the Teachable site where the courses are hosted will be right there with the bonuses. You'll see them. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Tram. Happy Thanksgiving. Everybody stay safe, stay warm, and God bless you. Bye now.